morning, everyone. I've been thinking this morning of this thing that, I'm sorry to keep bringing up Brene Brown. I feel like I'm an advertisement for her. But she has so many good things to say. But I'm thinking about this one thing that she says is, she has this question for everyone, and it's, do you think that people are doing the best they can? Like, do you think they're doing the best they can? And and when I first heard that, I was like, no, not she, but they're not doing the best they can. Like, no one, like, people are not doing the best they can. Everyone knows the state of the world. Like, it's like everyone is not doing the best they can. That's ludicrous. But then she was talking about this story of her. She used to think that no, people are not doing the best they can. So, and she wanted to prove it. And so I feel like that's needs to. So she kept she kept asking people, and sometimes people would say yes, and sometimes people would say no. And one time she was going with this one friend, and she said, "Do you think people are doing the best they can?" And she said, "Hell no! Like, people are not doing the best they can. They're so lazy." And then she said, for an example, and they were both young moms at the time, and she said, for an example, those moms that don't breastfeed for like a year, and they come up with all these excuses and blah 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 blah, and moms, like, we shame ourselves and others, and Brene she was thinking, oh my goodness, like, I only breastfed for like 6 months, and I was doing the best I could. And she said that helped her to realize that we are doing the best they can. And she asked her husband that like, if he thought that people are doing the best they can. And he thought about it, and he goes, I don't know if people are doing the best they can or not, but the world is a better place when I think they are. And that is true. Like, think about it. Like, just for a second, or just for a few minutes, like, just entertain. Like, if you are one of the people who are like, no, like, trust me, I'm there with you. But think about it for a moment. Just trust in the fact for a second, or not the fact, but just trust for a second that it's true, like, that people are doing the best they can. I feel like that opens up the world a lot more. And she goes on to explain a lot more than, that. And, but sometimes I realize, like, when I am negative and I'm feeling crappy and, like, judgmental and cynical and self-righteous and all those lovely things that we all feel, like, I think to myself, am I acting in a way that, not acting, but like, people are doing the best they can? And you know what that equates to? I am doing the best I can. And it goes back to self-compassion that I was talking about yesterday. Like, with thinking that people are doing enough. Let me go back. When people are saying that people aren't doing enough, like, no, people are not doing enough, you know what I think that they're really saying? I'm not doing enough. I don't think I'm doing enough. I could do better. I'm not perfect. And I think we need to realize, like, I think we need, like, that helps me out with feeling more compassionate to myself, because I know, like, I'm doing the best I can. And, the days where I put Lily in front of the TV and maybe it's fruit snacks for dinner. Like, that's the best I can in that moment. Like, I literally can. But the weird thing is allowing myself that self-compassion, and I am doing the best I can right now. It actually allows me to be better, like in a roundabout way. And I guess I'm still exploring that a little bit. But yeah, so I guess today I would I would say, you know, try that on. Try it on. You know, tell yourself people are doing the best they can. And the other question is what do I need to do? Like, so if someone is doing the best they can, like, I'm trying to think of an example. For someone else, like someone is like she gave an example of she did this with a group of clergy people that they, you know, help people out in the community and stuff, and you know, they said that it's kind of a deep thing, but they wrote down someone's name that they didn't think they were doing the best they could, like just someone. And after the whole, like, what if you were to believe that they were doing the best they could? Well, they realized that if this man who that they were helping in the community, you know, their kids kept getting taken away from him, and they were mixing water with formula for money for drugs, and just not a good situation, and they kept removing children, and they said, if he is doing the best he can, then we have to come at our approach differently, because they said we're not in our integrity because we belittle him and we judge him, and we need to do something differently. And they decided, I forget exactly what they decided, but they decided to do something different. Like, if he's doing the best he can, then we gotta worry about the children. Like, he's doing the best he can, and we can offer him other supports, but we gotta get the children out of there and stop going down on him, because, you know, because he is doing the best he can. So how can we make our actions differently to help the situation? Because he's obviously, if he is doing the best he can, we gotta help in a different way. Not help him be better, help the situation be better. And that's hard. That's hard for, like, people, you know, like me. Like, I'm like, we need, you know, we need to do more. Like, that's not, but sometimes this is like, so let's say, like a boss and an employee. If the employee is doing the best they can and they're still not doing, like, still not getting it, still not, like, you know, time after time, like, if that's the best their employee can do, then maybe it's time to let that employee go. Maybe, you know, other times, you know, if, you know, spouses, you know, if your spouse is acting some way that is not, just remind yourself they are doing the best they can. And how can I fix this situation? Like, how can I help this situation with what he's got or what she's got? And it's allowed me to be a lot more compassionate to myself and to others. And when I'm, you know, I last night I kind of slipped back into, like, negative mindset and kind of down. And I mean, I was tired. I didn't get a good night's sleep the night before, which is really important. But as a new mom, not new mom, but as a mom of young kids, like, you know, we don't get sleep. So, but I think this morning I was thinking about, I'm doing the best I can. And right now, I gotta accept that I'm doing the best I can, and we're, you know, I don't have it all figured out. But that's what I told myself this morning. I'm doing the best I can. So tell yourself today, I'm doing the best I can. Other people are doing the best they can. And how can I fix the situation if their best is not good enough? What if my best is not good enough? How can I fix the situation? Because sometimes we aren't enough for the situation. It's painful to admit, but sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, in motherhood, I've only been a mom for 3 years. Like, sometimes I really screw it up. And because I don't know. I'm still figuring out mommyhood. I'm still figuring out adulthood, actually. I'm still figuring out life. So, I think that's it for today. But I really hope that you guys have a good day. I love everyone. And I hope this is helping people, you know, with me laying out what my stuff is. I hope it's helping people kind of come and not feel so alone, and just help them feel more connected, you know. And if anyone ever needs to talk, like, I am always here. And just letting you know that anyone who ever wants to be on a guest on this, you know, it may not be a ride to work, but we can do a ride somewhere else. But if anyone wants to come and talk about life and what they're going through, I would be more than happy to have someone, and we can put actually I would probably have to wait to the phone holder, but I get the phone holder, but yeah, so just putting that out there, and if anyone wants to come and take a drive with me and talk about life and put it out there for the world to see, they're more than welcome. All right, well, have a great day, everyone. I love everyone, and I won't be doing the driving with Emily on the weekends. So I will see you Monday.